and a very warm welcome to this week's Out and About. We start today's show by taking you to the House of Commons, where the ABPL Group have organised a very special awards ceremony titled the Global Indian Business Excellence Awards. Sanjay, just explain to us why you've decided to put on tonight's awards ceremony.
I have been working very hard for the last 14 years, and when I've started my career, I started my own company. But I've seen like there are lots of competition is there, and there are so many talent is there, but there is nobody to recognize you. And entrepreneur of our kind, we need some kind of motivation. So we have decided to why not coin these kinds of concepts so that we can do the market research and all, and we can invite them in this platform, and we can recognize these kind of entrepreneurs so that they can get motivated in their life and they can excel in their business.
Asian community built cities like Leicester and Manchester and London, and now we are needed to help keep this country afloat as we move away in the most critical year of my political career, as we move away from the European Union, which to me is very, very sad, because I was the Minister for Europe that signed the deal that brought in Poland and Hungary and all the enlargement countries. I had to do this, and I feel very emotional when I have to go in to those debates about the EU, because I know how important the EU is for Britain. But if we leave this year, then we need to save Britain from being the visitors and the guests. We are Britain. Around this table are the lawyers, the businessmen, the businesswomen who have done so much for our country, and we and our children have got to make it great again. We need more MPs who are of Asian origin, more women MPs, but we also need you to do your bit. You've told us enough about our bit. We want to see you as chairman and chief executives of those FTSE companies, and we want to see you ensuring that we get great prosperity between our countries.
Keith, it's great to have you with us here tonight. A very special evening for all of us here from a community perspective, but I know that you will also be just as proud of everyone winning here tonight.
Yes, I am. I think it's important that we should recognise the achievements of the Asian business community that makes such a huge contribution to the life of our country. But we need to take this further. With the current turmoil that is affecting our country because of Brexit, and the election of Prime Minister Modi, there are lots of business people in that room, men and women, who want to do business with India. We invest, and we have invested since the year 2000, 17.5 billion in India. We have created 371,000 new jobs. 10% of foreign direct investment in India comes from the United Kingdom, and there are 800,000 jobs in India that depend on British investment. The figures the other way are even more dramatic, because we want to see Indians come to invest in our country. If we leave the EU this year and we don't know what's going to happen, then we need to do business with India. And that means I want the first visit of the next Prime Minister to be to Delhi and not to Berlin or to Paris.
Well, CB, it's great to be back here in the House of Commons tonight. Kindly explain to our viewers exactly what's happening here this evening.
Well, it is rather a different type of project for us, the Asian Voice and Gujarat Samachar. Indian entrepreneurship, investments, there's a big flow towards UK. And we are partnering with WBR. They are doing it for many, many years. And the whole purpose is to see how Indian investment can come to UK. And I think there is a great potential. Recently there was a report by Grant Thornton that there were 800 Indian companies operating in UK in 2018. In 2019, it went to 842. The turnover of the Indian-owned businesses in UK is 48 billion pounds. India and Britain in tomorrow's world, whether Brexit happens this way or that way, there is so much complementary possibilities. I think our values, our vegetarian, our yoga, our health, our optimism, I think we have a long way to go. Thank you very much once again. Next time, praise me more.
On behalf of WBR Corp and Asian Voice, I extended a very warm welcome to inaugural Global Indian Business Excellence Award 2019. WBR Corp is a global name which offers brand management services and organize high-profile events at international platform. Since its inception, WBR Corp has been continuously involved in organizing prestigious events, meets, summits, conclave, and conference that have resulted various individuals and organizations involved with a reputed name in the global arena.
I would like to welcome to the stage the Director of WBR Corp UK Limited, Ms. Shilpa Gupta, along with CB Patel, to unveil the recently published Forbes India Special, please. The time has come. The moment we have been waiting for. It's time for us to celebrate the success of the winners of the Global Indian Business Excellence Awards 2019.
Whatever we are doing is uniquely we are doing. In a short time we are recognized as a global university. We are proud about that.
I'm humbled actually in this premises of the House of Commons and amongst all the people who have dedicated their lives as leaders for social change.
For Westian as an organisation to get a Business Excellence Award, especially in House of Commons London, yeah, this is something really, really big for us. It is very important to become a successful businesswoman today in the 21st century, because the 21st century is a century of great aggression, and we require that both men and women, they go on an equal footing.
Getting an award is of course an encouragement for the future. More work to be done.
We are expanding very fast worldwide, and this is another chance to come to this part of Europe and do better what we are doing now.
Honestly, I'm very humbled by this award. Gives me a big responsibility, and of course there's miles to go, so a lot of work to do still for the industry.
First and foremost, Sharmaji, it's always a pleasure to have you with us on the show here. One thing that you've always promoted over the years is, of course, the relationship between the United Kingdom and the Indian community, and tonight we do just that. Explain to us just how proud you are to be here tonight and, of course, be a part of that.
Being an Indian by birth, where I was brought up, my motherland, though I have now adopted Britain as my home, but I still have heart in India. Secondly, I always support those ideas which bring Britain and India together more close, both by trade, cultural, and making sure that diaspora plays the major part in that. That's why tonight is the diaspora's night. Diaspora is indicating to the Indian government and to the Indian people that we have not forgotten. We do everything in our powers to promote the culture, to promote the relationships between India and Britain, both the diaspora people and the other people who may not be the part of the diaspora. But on top of that, we want to bring the trade together so we can have the prosperity in both countries so that the people living in those countries can be prosperous, but that can be promoted to the rest of the world. Two major democracies, oldest and the largest democracies in the world, working together, bringing the prosperity for all, making sure that the education for all, housing for all, employment for all, and good living for all. That is the motto. That's what we are doing tonight. That's what the diaspora is playing the part, and I congratulate C.B. Patel and all those involved and the media like yours to make sure that the message is abroad and local, that we are together and we will promote equality and the prosperity.
Our heartiest congratulations to L. George, C.B. Patel, their entire team for organising the awards, and of course to all of the winners from the night as well. Time to take a short break, but there's much more still to come in part 2, so make sure you join us again in a few moments' time.